Hello, so I'm doing my TED Talks. The TED Talks that I've done were on Paul Kemp Robertson's Bitcoin, and where he talks about how um, basically Bitcoin is the most used currency, virtual currency in today's world, and how basically you can use everything with this currency. Um, what it talks about is that where it's saying it's the future of branded currency. And I mean, I do have to agree with him. I've seen Bitcoin. I mean, I haven't personally myself mined Bitcoin, but I actually know people who have made quite a few thousands of dollars on Bitcoin, but they also did invest thousands of dollars on top of that just to get to the Bitcoins. But that's besides the point. What struck me really about this was how he was saying that, you know, a lot of businesses can really they can really use bitcoins to their advantage. All they have to do is invest a little bit of money in the software, help their IT guys get set up, and then they can actually start mining for bitcoins, which apparently in quite a few places people are allowing Bitcoin as an actual form of currency to make purchases. So what businesses could really use that for is an actual backup currency. If they're running short on funds, or if they need a little bit more extra capital and they actually want to do business with a place that actually does allow Bitcoins, that'll work as well. Um, Now, going to the second TED Talk that I did, and it was on Molly Crockett's Beware of the Neuro Bunk. Now, this one was really interesting. I mean, I'm a former psychology student, switch over to business. So anything that has the word neuro in it, I'm all up for it. But what I found about it is that she is a neuroscientist that has proven lots of studies on advertising and how basically certain products have very simple ways of getting people's attention, but us as consumers aren't even really aware about it. So what she talked about is that she used the Neuro water, for example, on how it has benefits listed at the bottom on the front, so you can actually see it. Is all like improves mood and improves memory. It helps you stay alert. All sorts of that stuff. And then the thing that really got me is that she said, and right above all of that is a picture of a brain. And she went on to explain on how people, or there have been studies that have done where they've gave two separate groups blind studies of a very bad tasting drink that a very bad tasting drink, but one group was actually told about all of its properties and had a brain actually on the bottle itself, a picture of a brain on the bottle itself to go with it, with all of the actual positive outcomes of the consumer drinking it. And then there was the other study where there was nothing on the bottle. It was just a clear bottle with no labels, nothing, and they were just told to drink this and then tell them what they think about it. And apparently, from what she found out, is that the bottle with the brain and with all the positive disclaimers actually were a 75% increase in saying that the customers would actually buy this product, even though it did taste bad, just based on exactly what the positive disclaimers were stating, and that it had the picture of the brain. For some reason, she said that us as consumers, if we see anything that has a picture of a brain on it, we instantly are drawn to that because we all of us want to become smarter. We all want to be more wiser, knowledgeable, live happier, healthier lives. And she explained that how that can work through advertising on that. So what I really learned about these two is that any business can use either of these techniques. I mean, going back to the brain thing, most businesses, if they're not even in anything neurological, anything like that, I mean, obviously they got to work with something, but they could find ways of talking about how their business could interact with a brain, show positive outcomes of how their product or service can actually help a person's mood or person's emotions, stuff like that, and maybe put a little tiny picture of a brain in an article or something, explaining how exactly their product or service could help someone. So that is what exactly businesses could do with that, and along with the Bitcoin branded currency, that's just another way to supplement income if businesses are really looking forward to that, or they don't have to, they can stay with a traditional format of just getting an income the way that everybody else is. But I do want to thank you for your time, and I really do hope that you learned a little bit about what I read and saw from these TED Talks, and honestly, I would recommend it to you. So again, the first one, TED Talks, Paul Kemp Robertson, and it was Bitcoin Sweet Tide Meet the Future of Branded Currency. And then the next one was Molly Crockett's Beware Neuro, Bunk. I really encourage you to go check them out on TED Talks. I mean, they're really interesting articles. They're really interesting to read and listen and hear what these experts have to say about how these can actually impact business. So I'll leave you with that, and I wish you a very great night.